We bring in Virginia Lieutenant Governor Winsome Sears. Very good to have you, Lieutenant Governor Sears. Thanks for being here. I think this is disturbing, this question, on a number of levels, really. And I'm curious what your reaction was when you saw this question.
Well, of course, I was very angry about it because what it's doing, again, it's dividing us. Parents do not send their children to school for political indoctrination and divisive concepts, and that's exactly what Governor Youngkin just talked about on another program. We want our children to learn arithmetic, science, math again, and English reading comprehension, etc., etc. This is nonsense. History. Our children are already behind, and these kinds of questions divide them, turns one group into oppressors, another group into the oppressed. Low morale. You wonder why there's so many fights in schools these days. So that's why parents need to continue to be vigilant. I know that you're frustrated, you're fatigued, but you've got to continue to care because this is how these things are coming out to us. That's why we know what's going on in our schools.
Yeah. One of the responses to Rory Cooper on Twitter went like this. It says, Rory, you may not like it, but this question is fully supported by demographic data. The fact is the Republican Party is 90% white and mostly rural now, and it's also 60% male. You may hate the demographics, but they are what they are, and ignoring them doesn't change them. What do you say to that?
Here we are. What century are we in? And what we're trying to do is to reach all peoples. And we're saying, don't put people in boxes. Don't stereotype anyone, because I'm sitting here, an immigrant, black, woman, veteran, former small business owner, et cetera, and yet I have chosen a different political party than whatever other people might think. We in America will make these decisions for ourselves. We don't need politicians to save us. We don't need politicians who are going to divide us. And the very people, notice, the progressives, who continue to say people ought to be who they want to be, don't stereotype anyone, they're the ones who are doing the stereotyping. So it is sufficient to say that America must remain America. We've got to be a free country, otherwise you see what we turn into. Yeah. Some group made this kind of a question or a person, and we're going to find who that person is in the groups. And the parents, you've got to make different decisions when it comes to elections. They have consequences. You can't keep voting the same way expecting different results.
Yeah. One of the other things that really disturbed me about this question is that it's an American government course, and it professes to explain the differences between American political ideology, and yet the question doesn't ask these students, which group favors smaller government, which group favors larger government, which group tends to favor traditional values, which group tends to favor more progressive values. That would actually educate them a little bit more about what the differences are between liberalism and conservatism, and they could debate that and discuss that. But they don't even talk about the issues. All they talk about is people's skin color and gender, as if that's how people decide what their political thoughts are.
Right. So now we know how a certain group of people actually think about us as black people, as Latinos, Asians, etc. They see us in one way and one way only, and I think that is how we benefit their political party and their persuasions.
Yeah, it's a shame. I think kids should graduate from high school and college having a sense of, what the actual differences are between these two political ideologies, and they're certainly not learning it in this particular test. Lieutenant Governor Sears, thank you very much. It's always good to see you. Thanks for coming on today.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.